Hi, I'm Dave,
And I'm Jen.
and we're here to tell you 5 quick points that are very important as you begin studying the Bible. So, stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. First of all, you want to find this very important page. We're not talking about a particular verse or a particular chapter. We're talking about a page that's going to help you for the rest of your time studying the Bible. And that page is
The table of contents, found most likely in the very front of whatever Bible you choose.
Yeah. By the way, we do hope to laugh along the way. We think life is grand, and we hope we get to share some of that fun and laughter with you in the process here. So, secondly, after you find that table of contents, discover the important sections of the Bible. And by that we mean simply this. There's an Old Testament and a New Testament. So that's Old Covenant and New Covenant. So you want to just find out where those two pieces are. And in the New Testament or the New Covenant, you'll discover that there are sections. And the first are the 4 biographies of Jesus. And that's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And then you have what's called the Acts of the Apostles. And then you have a bunch of letters that are written. And those are from various authors inspired by God in there. And then you have a final book of prophecy. That's Revelation. Lots of people like to talk about that and read that one. But that's just one portion. Third,
just be aware that the Old Testament is also divided up into some areas of history and poetry and some more prophets. And so it's very exciting. Although sometimes if you start there, you can kind of get bogged down. Not that the word is not important, it is very important. But sometimes some of the laws that they had back then, you might just raise your eyebrows a little bit.
understandably so.
So we'll be sharing just a little bit where the best place we would recommend is to start. In the meantime, learning the order of the books of the Bible is really important, just because then you'll know where to go. If you are sitting in a church service and your pastor says, turn to the book of Mark in the New Testament, if you know where these are, then you're going to be able to find it easier. So I'm going to give you something that has helped me since I was very small, and I pass this on to our children, and I pass this on now to our grandchildren, and anybody I get the chance to pass it on to, now to you. This is called the Books of the New Testament in Song, and it goes like this. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, Thessalonians, Timothy, Titus, and Philemon, Hebrews, and then James, Peter, John, Jude, Revelation, ends the Word of God.
Don't worry if you don't get it the first time through. You can play this back and catch that as you go through it.
And you might find yourself humming that song during the middle of a sermon when you are trying to find the book. Yeah, no, it's really fine. It's fine.
It is fine. It's great. Okay, that was 3. Number 4, purchase or download a Bible. If you're going to begin reading the Bible and begin studying the Bible, you're going to need to own a Bible. So purchasing or downloading a Bible is a great thing to do, of course. Downloading, there is a version that I use, Jennifer uses as well, and it's called YouVersion. And you can just type in Holy Bible in your Play Store or other places you look for your apps, and you'll see one that just has a picture. It says Holy Bible, and if it says YouVersion, that's the one that's free, and it's an excellent resource. It has some devotionals in there as well, but what we're looking for is just to begin to discover the reading of the Bible. If you're going to purchase a hard copy, then you're going to have to figure out what translation to use, whether it's the new NIV, which is New International Version, or the Revised Standard Version, or the Message is a very popular one, written in more common English. But we'll probably do another video that talks about the differences between the various translations and versions.
And I'll be honest, I never thought that I would want to just read the Bible on my phone. I'm kind of old school about that, but I have found it to be invaluable in having the YouVersion, that's Y-O-U version, on my phone, so that when I'm taking a walk, I can plug in and I can hear the word spoken, and there's a really awesome voice, a really great speaker who speaks it and makes the word come alive, so you can listen to it that way. And I really have found that the downloaded version is just wonderful in helping in our Bible study time.
Yeah. She is excellent, folks. Just saying. Number 5. Here it is, the final point. get started. You got to start sometime. You got to start someplace. Just get started. Start reading the Bible. It's a fantastic book. It's a historical book, but it's a book for today. It can change and enlighten and encourage your life. And so just get started. Now, we would recommend that you start in the New Testament, in one of those biographies, and would even recommend Mark. Now, if you say, well, what about this or what about that? No problem. If you've got another place you want to start,
Sure,
great.
absolutely.
No problem.
Absolutely.
But if you're looking for a place to start, then that book of Mark would be a great place to go.
And one other thing we would like to leave you with, as you're thinking about starting a Bible study, maybe for the very first time, or maybe after several years of not having read the Bible, one of the questions that we just want to have you ponder is, how old were you when you first heard the Bible? When you first perhaps read a verse in the Bible? How old were you?
Well, you can put that in the comments below, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you've enjoyed this video, click like, comment, let us know about that age or any other questions you may have, and subscribe. And we'll look forward to being back with you again soon. Until then, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jen, and Lord bless you.
Amen.